Hey guys, so today I am going to be making a pumpkin cheesecake, and this is a Preppy Kitchen recipe, so I'll have that in the link in the description. But yeah, so for his recipe, actually he made like a pretty big cheesecake, and he also had some left, so I'm going to make a bunch of cute little jars because I went to the cheesecake place here in San Antonio called Laika Cheesecake, and they have like jars, or they'll have slices, and one of their new flavors for October is pumpkin, and it had like this meringue on top, and it tasted really good, and so I was kind of inspired by that, and I wanted to make my own here at home. And yeah, I also have his recipe book here, and I haven't made anything from it yet because some of the recipes seem like they're going to be like time consuming. I mean, even this one's a little time consuming, especially making like a full cheesecake. You gotta bake it for a while and whip up a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I'll make a recipe from this book one day. There's a lot of recipes in there, but just for today I'm going to be making a cheesecake. I already have my cream cheese in here that I'm going to whip together. Now I have this all whipped together, and it's pretty nice and creamy. You just don't want any chunks in there, but yeah, that's a lot of cream cheese. I mean, it's a cheesecake. It's like the main ingredient. But yeah, so next thing I'm going to add is my little bit of salt, and then both my sugars. Just sugar first. And then I had, well, this was packed brown sugar, but I just broke it up so that way I can not have any chunks in there. I can even use my spatula a little bit like that. Make sure there's no chunks. And now I'm going to mix all of this together. Milo comes to see what we were making. She's sniffing everywhere. So I have all this nicely whipped together as well, and even just this, even though it's just sugar and cream cheese, it tastes really good. And yeah, you just want to make sure it's really nice and whipped up, and you always want to keep scraping your edges. So the next ingredient I'm going to add is my eggs, but I'm going to add one egg at a time, carefully. Okay, it's a close one. I'm just going to mix this one together, and then while it's mixing, I'm going to add one egg, like slowly. So you can see it's starting to get more liquidy now that I'm adding in my eggs. But it'll still be a nice, smooth mixture. Now I'm adding in, I think, my fourth one? Yeah, my fourth egg. Now I'm ready to add in my last ingredients. So of course I need my pumpkin puree. I'm gonna add that in. And yeah, I don't remember how long ago I made my last cheesecake. It was just for my family and I, but it was in this house, and it was like a ricotta one. And whenever I make cheesecake, my edges always crack a little bit, so I'm hoping this one, if I follow what Preppy Kitchen did, maybe it'll turn out smooth, because he did a video on his, and it turned out like perfectly smooth. never cooked the cheesecake in a water bath, like in a roasting pan, like the one I have over there. And he also did like this thing, I just added in my sour cream. Now I'm adding in my vanilla extract and a little bit of flour. And then my spices, I'm using nutmeg, allspice, ginger, and cinnamon. And then he used a little bit of cardamom, but I didn't find any at the store, but that's okay. We still got some good spices going on there. So now I'm going to mix all of this together, and I'll have my batter done. So here's my batter. You can see it's nice and smooth and runny, and you can see like the spices in there. And I'm gonna fill my little jars first. I'm gonna do this one because it's gonna take less time to cook. So I'm gonna fill about 3/4 of the way, just so I have a room to add some cream. So about that much. And then I'll fill it with my boiling water so I can start baking them. So here I have my jars. You can see I have my crust on the bottom, which I forgot to talk about because when I was filling my jars, I was like concentrating on filling them. But I have my crust here, which this one I baked a little bit before because it's a bigger cheesecake. But it's just graham crackers and some butter and brown sugar. And so yeah, it's just a very simple crust. I didn't do it on camera because I'm more focusing on the pumpkin cheesecake part. But yeah, so I just need to fill the water here, and that's why I left this big space, because if not, it's most likely gonna splash and then it's gonna get in here. And I'm gonna try and bake them for 15 minutes at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, and then I'll kind of jiggle it around, because you can see here, if it's like that, I know it is not done baking. So yeah, now I'm going to put my water in and get them in the oven. Here are my cheesecakes out of the oven, and they have been cooled down. And so now I'm going to add my whipped topping, and you can make what you want. You can even do like how I was saying, how like at the Laika cheesecake place they did meringue on top of theirs, but it would just be easier, especially for the jars, to just do a whipped topping. So I'm gonna put whipped topping on the small ones and the big one as well. But first, actually, I'm going to show this one. I'm going to take it off. So yeah, I did what Preppy Kitchen did, and he put a paper towel, and then he put some cling wrap on top. And so you can see it's nice and smooth. But it's used to prevent the moisture from leaking onto the cake. And so now I'm going to see how the sides are when I open it. Oh, there we go. It's nice and set. So my cheesecake, it looks perfect and it didn't crack. So I'm very glad about that. But I'm going to fill my jars first. So I just put the whipped topping in a pastry bag, and it has a little star tip. And I'm not going to fill it all the way because there's lids that go to these. So I want to make sure the lids actually fit. And you know, I'm going to go grab one. But yeah, I bought this whole pack off of Amazon of jars. And let's see. Probably just like that is good. I just want to make sure the lid will look nice. There we go. There's one. This is already ready. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue to fill the rest of these ones, and then I will decorate my big cheesecake. Now I have all of these filled, and I will put the lids on the jars after I decorate my big cake. So I'm just going to do what Preppy Kitchen did, and I'm going to do stars around the edge, just like this. Here are all my final cheesecakes, and then also my other one over here that I put the lid on. But yeah, and I'm really excited to try this. I'm gonna try one out of the jar because I can only really eat cheesecake when it's like really, really cold. And even just like touching the side of the big one, it's still warm, and so I know I'm not gonna like it if it's really warm. But these ones should be pretty cool. They were in the fridge for I think like 2 hours-ish. So yeah, I'm gonna try one. I like want to make sure I got everything. I mean, not drop it on the floor. I mean, we'll eat it. Can't really see the inside as well. But yeah, it tastes really good, and it has that nice pumpkin flavor. It actually does taste pretty similar to the cheesecake I had. I mean, obviously that one's like super fancy, but it's nice that I can like make my own here at home, and the whipped topping on top tastes really good with it as well. And like I know Preppy Kitchen with his, he actually put like a little bit of cinnamon on top of the whipped topping as well. And yeah, I think it tastes really good, and now I just want to eat all the little jars. And yeah, they're so cute, and they were really easy to make, just the little ones. And I would definitely make this again, or just other cheesecake flavors in general, especially inspired by Laika cheesecake. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.